You got like every weekend you're doing something major.
You know, we all have our burdens. Every man is unlike every other man in some respects because we're all unique souls made in the image and likeness of God, right?
I couldn't have put it better.
But thank you for that compliment. I do have lots of domestic responsibilities. If you're referring to my 6 lovely children.
Folks, I've been informed we were missing audio for the first minute or so. How about we reintroduce ourselves?
Oh, that's good because the first minute or so was just total. It was nothing. It was nothing. Nothing important. I'm TK Douglas. This is Dr. Romansky.
Good morning. Good to be with you. Good to be with you.
Look, we get a take two. We got a lot more energy after the wake up. We got behind the camera, behind the screen. We got Macy.
Good morning, guys.
And,
starting off strong.
Yeah, starting off strong. Special teams. Hey, is this still relevant? Is he still out there? Twitch?
He's probably still. Yeah, he's out there.
He's still crushing.
Comments. What time did Macy wake up last week? Oh, if you were listening, you know that.
Yep.
It was other end of the spectrum this morning.
Yep.
I'm doing nice.
Yeah, we're
She's
great.
the best part of the show.
You're all caught up. That's good. That was the highlight. Macy is the best part of the show. Man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Slow news week.
Yeah.
What?
Really slow news week.
Just so slow. It's like, man, everything gets real sleepy in the summer. Nothing happening this year.
No.
There was a thing. I mean, there was an assassination attempt.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Okay. So this is our segment 1. This is our editorial segment.
Okay.
I don't have a prepared statement, but I will note how normal it feels. I think that in 1940, or when was Reagan was the last assassination attempt, right? So that was the 80s?
1981.
1981. I believe, I wasn't alive, but I believe that it felt wild that there was an assassination attempt on a president. Like, that's a wild thing. And now, totally a subjective opinion here, it feels like it's just another thing I see on Twitter. Oh, the memes are hilarious. And our world has gotten so bonkers that this doesn't register nearly as big of a spike on the Richter scale.
I'll try to rehearse what I said yesterday, which is I think that the effect of social media on our discourse is such that things that happen in the real world, it's almost as if they just are fodder for social media commentary, for people trying to get a laugh, for people trying to go viral.
The memes, they're wild.
It's an extreme version of art imitating life.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And that's the only, or that rather maybe it's better to say that the only purpose. It's like the only purpose of life is so that it can be turned into quote unquote art. Something can be done with it artistically. I'm using artistically.
You're using it
very loosely,
very
here.
liberally, yeah.
But that seems to be the thrust of a lot of conversation in the digital sphere is, can I drop a cool, clever video, a funny take on this?
And
weren't you telling me
quickly.
Weren't you telling me about videos of the Secret Service agent trying to holster her weapon set to music on loop?
It was
things like that.
Yeah. To be fair, it was funny, and I had a pretty good laugh. But it was the music was set. So you had a bad day. So you had a bad day.
Right.
And she's like, missing her holster. That's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
You grimace. You don't even laugh anymore. You just grimace.
But I mean, I don't know. Where it's kind of the question
you are lamenting the loss of civil discourse.
Yeah, I was lamenting the loss of real discourse around or discussion, talk around. This is so terrible. Where is that conversation happening for ordinary Americans? Sure, it's happening, on the airwaves, on
But
radio.
that's the thing. The news
where are
cycle.
ordinary Americans having those kind of dealing with the emotions, the trauma, the implications of this happening? Where's that happening? I don't know.
We don't feel them anymore.
Yeah, and I
We're
think that's a
we're
problem.
totally gone. Yeah, I mean, you have 24 hours to get your memes in. Maybe in a massively historic event, an assassination attempt on a former president and a sitting candidate, where he pops up, fist pump in the air, blood on his face, fight, crowd goes wild. You have about 48 hours to get your thing in before the conversation moves on. And the conversation does and did move on quickly. We then had Biden, who gave a talk to America, like a live. He did a live stream. He's attempting to do as good as we did.
Yeah.
He
did his audio work in the first minute?
Probably. You have. I mean, since then you've had that. You've had conversations about the Secret Service. There's all sorts of conspiracy theories. You had the Republican National Convention last night. This is, I mean, so much happens. Mm-hmm. And somehow Trump got a golf game in. He's got priorities,
He's getting those golf games in with VIPs. I mean,
he's got to do, you got to keep that handicap down. Mm-hmm. Got to. Man.
What do you think? I was talking to one of my close friends, and I was talking about, back in the day when this happened to Lincoln, that was probably huge in their time. Like, they don't have social media. How did the word get out? And what were the people thinking at the time? Was it like, oh my gosh, our world is ending?
We have a sitting doctorate historian here who could answer this,
there
but can I give you my high school answer that I do know about?
Yes.
That they took his body in a casket and had, I think, like 4 months of a funeral where they took his body around in parade to major cities.
Via locomotive. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It took time.
Yeah.
And it was the news for a long time.
But why do you think that we're so desensitized to it today? I feel like
I want to pick your brain about why are we desensitized? You, the generation who grew up from birth with an iPad.
Yeah. Well, not me, but
not you in particular, but your generation did.
Right.
So my generation, the millennial, I'm in a weird pocket of millennial even, where I didn't get my first phone until I was 19 or 20. And so I grew up without it. And so I remember a world without that fast 24-hour news cycle. And now it's like, it's just a lot.
I don't know. I wonder if we get news so fast that we're like, okay, that's awful. Next. Like, our brain just is moving on immediately. Or I feel like there's always been violence.
Let me ask you, did you have any sort of emotional reaction to an assassination attempt?
When it first happened and when I first saw it on TV, I was like, it seemed like everyone around me was like very chill. Maybe they found out a couple of minutes before,
right?
Obviously, but I was just like it just
kinda
seemed like
stunned.
everybody was watching TV like, yep, that just happened. And I was like, why isn't it like, right. I almost can't believe it happened because of the way everyone's acting so nonchalant. So I'm like, what happened? Is it not as serious as I thought it was?
Well, let me ask you this. So that happened on, what was that, Saturday?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Tuesday now. Did you have an emotional reaction yesterday afternoon about it?
No. It passed 10 minutes after I saw it. Like,
yeah.
I was like, well, that happened. I think maybe events would be different if
Did you
would
have
happened, but
not an emotional, but a thoughtful reaction to it yesterday afternoon?
no. Well,
It
yeah,
didn't even blip.
I've been kind of thinking about it every day. Like, can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
But it's like a quick little, that was weird. That's awful. And then it's a
Right.
move on.
It just kind of,
Yeah.
little bit of a spike
Right.
in terms of attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think psychologists and historians probably have lots of answers for that. But
Yeah.
I think it all boils down to it's just too much. There's just too much
Going
information.
on. Oh yeah, that's very true too.
Your attention is a product that people are trying to buy all the time. All the time, and they'll pay big money for it. And so things that are free and of notoriety, they're maybe not paying enough money to get your attention. Have you ever thought about this?
That's crazy. No.
There's a old one-liner about if you Thaddeus, you got to help me out here, but it's like if you are unaware of who's paying, you are the product. I butchered that, but you know that expression.
Mm-hmm. If the service or the product is free, then you are the
product.
You are the product.
Yeah. So, man, I don't know.
I think that was first uttered in regards to Facebook originally, right?
Probably, but I think it plays out in politics. I think it plays out. This is actually kind of a good transition into the education portion of this. This is a conversation that came up with our co-owner, my business partner / our creative director, my brother yesterday, Mark, where he was talking about, so he's kind of over all of conceptualization of branding and the like. And he was talking about the differences between and why the red Make America Great hat is such a big mental marker and impact and made such a big crater in the political arena. And it's because, as he posits, when you had the Democratic Party in play, the Obama years, everything was about polish. And those posters with the tritone, the red and the blue and the white, and you got Obama looking off, and it's like hope. And it's like, so the design aesthetic is so on point that to differentiate yourself from that, you have to go basic. I almost said dumb, but it's not dumb. It's actually quite clever and it's quite smart, but you have to go super basic. 2 colors, 3 words or 4 words, make America great again, 4 words. And it makes such an impact just because they knew their audience. And I think a lot of brands now don't think about their audience. I don't think they think about who they're talking to. They go in, we call it French. They talk we. I picked that up from my friend Steve. But this small businesses, middle market businesses, even large corporations often go in talking about we. I do this. This is my value prop. This is what I'm about. We believe this and this and this. And we're providing a da, and our value proposition, all this. And they don't ever think about the person that is actually the buyer. They don't ever think about their audience.
I'm really not trying to make a joke here. I honestly thought we're saying we comment was this person sort of saying figuratively, it's like they're speaking French.
That is the liner. Yeah.
Okay.
So we use a shorthand. We say don't speak French. Don't say we. Say you have this issue. We see you. You are thinking this, or have you ever wanted this? And speak to the person. Speak to the buyer.
So speak in a language that they can understand, and also don't talk about yourself so much. Talk more about your audience,
yes,
your customer.
And it's such a small thing to say. It's one of those things that it's so easy to say, but very difficult to do.
Yeah,
because you have to constantly be in their head. And so the power of that red cap is that it got in your head. It was blaringly aggressive and somehow kind of lowbrow, and it was perfectly situated for the Republican presidential candidate in 2016.
It also makes me think about what we say in terms of naming, that the most important thing is memorability, even if it's a negative
Yeah, it's got to be sticky.
connotation, because that red hat, it did stick in people's heads, both negatively
Yeah.
and positively, very strongly.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend who has some construction work, kind of a business, and they have the red hat, and it says "Make construction great again," and it's like, you know exactly what they're, but it's such a simple design that it's so sticky that other people can steal from it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of amazing. This is the education segment. This is if you're out there, I assume you are, you hustlers, you entrepreneurs and titans of business. I assume you're out there. And I also assume that you're looking for, man, what do I do to connect with my perfect market? What do I do? How do I do this?
Yeah, the other piece of lingo that we use in that regards, we don't have an empty chair in front of us. We have two filled chairs, but we use that metaphor of the empty chair.
Yeah.
Expound.
Yeah. Sir, I will. Actually, we heard this years ago from I don't even remember who it was. It was a speaker or whatever, but it recently popped back up, and it said Jeff Bezos uses it as well. I learned that this last week. We've been using it for years as well, but it's a concept of, at every meeting, you leave a chair empty because it represents the audience. It represents who you are making decisions for. Everything that we are deciding here impacts this person, so let's do a good job because we care about them. It's not about us. It's not speaking French. It's not we. It's about that person. And so that's kind of the concept of the empty chair.
Yeah, your perfect client, your perfect market. We talk
right
about
there.
that.
So that's the education segment. We got about 8 minutes left. This is my favorite part of the whole.
Oh,
it's the funds.
Totally.
It's the fun wins portion of the thing. And
hey, let me swing us back to the editorial
Yeah.
piece just for a second. I think that in 1865, when Lincoln was assassinated, I mean, you have locomotive travel that was only 30 years old at that point, and the telegraph. So people at the time, they believed that their world was quickening and life was undergoing a series of massive changes that they were at the beginning of. And it wasn't like how things had always been for previous generations. But there still was a great deal of time in a given day, in a given week, a month, for contemplation, for people to take in a piece of news, to take in an event, and have to sit with it and consider the implications of that event for their own personal life, for their communities, the nation at large, the world at large. And I think what Macy's hitting on is we're rapidly losing, if we haven't already lost, space for contemplation of the events that affect our world. And social media doesn't seem to be, I'm pontificating now, doesn't seem to be built, and maybe purposely so, for people to find meaning in life.
Mm-hmm.
And meaning in things, and meaning in experience. It's all criticism, satire, cynicism. That's what it seems to evoke and build and multiply. That's what I see.
Well, there's a basic math on the problem on the table, which is there are not enough hours in a day, month, year to actually let the news of the day impact you, much less there's less time for God, for religion, for those things to impact you and change you. Because to keep up, to be relevant, you have to be grinding fast and wild. And so you can find pockets. You still can find pockets. Most days I wake up at 4:30, and on my slow days I wake up at 6, because I just need a little bit of quiet space to breathe for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
And so maybe that's my age catching up with me, but those early morning quiet hours are pretty precious, you know?
Yeah.
They're very valuable. Yeah. All right.
But we've had some time now to contemplate the fact that we are entering the most critical part of the show.
This is the
Entertainment.
diamond.
I wish we could turn on lasers and the lights go down and smoke
Yeah.
comes up and it's like,
A Yazuza.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
What do we got? We got to stump the chump. We're back to the young versus the old.
yep. Here we go, guys.
Let's
Get
make it
ready
happen.
to tape something on your head. Essentially,
Oh.
we're playing that game Headbands, but with celebrities. So I'm going to put a celebrity on your head.
The rule of the game is to make us look silly. Like the
so.
base layer of it.
That's what I'm feeling.
As
I'm
usual.
starting to learn that.
Yeah.
As usual. So I'm putting a celebrity on your head. You don't need to know who that celebrity is on your head. You will be asking questions to figure out who this. Are you looking at the names on the table?
100%.
Okay.
I cannot see
No.
a thing.
I'm scared. I just saw Thaddeus peeking. Okay, he wasn't. He can't see.
Am I Charlie Chaplin?
Even with my glasses on, my
Okay,
vision is not.
I'm sure that's not a question that
not
you
that
could
good.
ask, but you seem as if you're cheating as well. Okay, so you can see the
you
other
should know
person's, but you can't see your own. So don't look at it and just.
What are your views on cheating in board games with your children?
I'm so scared you're looking at.
Oh,
this.
I did not.
I do not subscribe to it.
Okay,
I will be honorable.
I'm just gonna put it on your.
You're
head
going to do
for
it?
you.
Okay.
There you go.
That's not my forehead. I don't have hair. It's all forehead.
See where Thaddeus can see it. Thaddeus.
So I can see his.
Oh no, you can't see.
This is
Just move your.
sucks to have hair.
I couldn't
Such
find
good
the
hair.
sticky notes, you guys. So this is what we have resulted.
Look
to.
how high mine can go.
I think I have mine adhering to my hair.
All right.
Nope, everyone
And so
can see.
our goal is to exchange questions, and then we can try to guess whoever gets theirs
Figure
first.
out- Right. Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, Jack Sparrow.
What?
That's not a question.
I think he's trying to tell you who's on your head,
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to. Oh, this
Isn't
is
that
Johnny
the point of the
Johnny
game?
Depp.
but it really
It's
should
already
be
done.
more of you're trying to figure out your own.
You're trying to
rather
figure
than,
out your
like-
own. But you've already told me who mine is.
But it's
Sorry.
okay. I can change it.
Never played
No, I win.
Headbands.
That's that's it.
So I'm supposed to ask you questions about what's
Yeah.
on my head?
Yeah, she's gonna
maybe-
change
I'm
me
sorry,
out
I
here.
didn't lay that out very well.
She's gonna change me out here, but
You're dealing
You
with
can-
But yeah,
an
Thaddeus,
old
you can
man.
go ahead.
that was excellent. You just
said.
straight told me who mine was here. So try
Okay,
to guess
so-
yours.
Male, female.
Good first question.
Male.
Okay. Actor or singer?
Actor.
Okay. Gray hair, black hair,
Never.
brown hair.
He is ageless. He will not and refuses to age.
Okay. any kind of a weird accent? Anything kind of distinctive about television or movies?
If I did an impersonation of him, immediately you would know it. Movies.
I would love to hear this impersonation also. After.
Movies, ageless, black.
I'm not sure.
What color hair did you say?
Would be very good. Brown.
Next.
Brown hair.
Still high on the hairline there.
Just put it where the other one was. You got to be able to see.
Male or female?
Male.
Okay.
Millennial, Gen X, Gen Z, Boomer.
Timeless.
Living or dead? Is he
probably
living
Gen
or dead?
Z,
I know you're saying
alive.
Okay.
Alive.
Well, you're saying he's timeless, but
Actor or singer?
actor.
Okay. Movies or TV?
Can I give more information?
Yeah.
Not
Actor
a lot.
and politician.
Whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Baldwin.
No. So is he out?
No.
Okay.
No, come on.
So not George Clooney, obviously.
No, but you're in the arena. Actor and politician.
Matt Damon?
Is this Ronald Reagan?
Matt Damon?
Nope. Also in the arena.
Not Ronald Reagan.
Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
What?
So he wins.
Come on, Arnold.
I think this is rigged. He was watching me.
No, hold on. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
guess.
let's give you
You gotta
yours.
You're close.
Okay. Matt Damon's buddy who was in
Big movies, big action.
big movies, big action.
Big action movies.
Superhero movies? This guy did
No.
superheroes?
No.
Okay.
Too fake. This guy likes them real.
Give him some personal. What's his personal life like?
Is this Van Damme?
No. You're in the arena.
Steven Seagal.
No,
He's
you're
not
colder.
timeless
You're
anymore. He's in
colder.
pretty bad shape.
You're
though, I
colder.
think. Poor guy.
I know. I would say, and this is probably going to get both of us canceled. He's part of a cult.
I was gonna say he is.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
There he is.
What was your impression, TK?
I was gonna. I don't do a very good Tom Cruise impression, but you could jump up on the chair and you could be like, you'd be like, ha! His laugh is very
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like him with those
Right.
snaggly teeth.
Right.
That's a guy who has gotten better looking. More time has gone on.
Has he had work done?
Most definitely on his teeth.
Yeah.
You see those? I mean, teeth don't change like that with age. Yeah. All right, I'm calling it. It's past 9 o'clock.
We did editorial.
We
did
did
education. We did entertainment. We hit the 3 E's.
I hope you have been entertained.
I was.
That was the classic line right there. I nailed it.
That
Right
was
there.
Tom Cruise.
No, that was.
Oh.
The line is, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh,
from
oops.
Gladiator.
Right.
Do you know that movie? Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Sure.
That was
sure,
before
sure,
your time.
Sure. Yeah.
One of those oldies.
Yeah. What was that in black and white?
Oh my God.
All right, Tim. Thank you. We're going to go out now. We're done with this. All right? That's my terrible
What a
Arnold
good note
impression.
to end on.
Y'all have a good rest of the day.